Dance while the music still goes on.
This song is called a classic, a magical ABBA song. It's considered to be one of ABBA's most beloved songs by fans, but this is not very well known to the general audience. The song is called Dance While the Music Still Goes On. It became your song of the week, so let's dive into this incredible composition and recording and ponder where is the nostalgia and sadness coming from, and the contrasting spirit of joy. Why is this song so irresistible? Someone wrote, "Dance is so uniquely constructed with that wonderful opening by Agnetha and Björn's superb lead vocals, not to mention the irresistibly catchy chorus. It has an energy that always leaves me feeling cheerful and happy despite the melancholy conveyed by the lyrics. Only ABBA can do that. It's pure magic." It takes you on a journey from Agnetha's gentle opening vocals to Björn and the instrumentation, building beautifully to a wonderful crescendo at the end. This song has a never-ending factor of irresistibility. It goes on and you just don't want it to end, which is perfectly in line with the song's title and lyrics, that dance and romantic relationship that you just don't want to end, and the emotions that keep building up. This feeling is musically captured by Benny and Björn's intriguing composition and the way they structured the song as a catchy crescendo melody, the way the song builds and builds to a crescendo and fades into the distance at the end. Someone wrote, "As a child, I liked how the chorus key keeps rising upwards and upwards." Someone pointed out the secret: Dance While the Music Still Goes On has not one but two modulations upward. That means that during the song the key changes twice. It builds its climax towards the end by stepping up the musical energy.
Baby, give me one last dance while the music still goes on. Dance while the music still goes on. Dance while the music still goes on.
The first modulation comes when the song shifts up a half step. Following another chorus, the song shifts up another half step. This effect is a signature element of 1970s pop, but it's also known as Eurovision key change, the tonality shift in the final chorus to inject a burst of energy and emotion. But the song's style was compared to the work from that time by British pop band The New Seekers, and especially to the sound of Phil Spector with its wall of sound aesthetics and stereoscopic beat. It's reminiscent of his song Be My Baby by the Ronettes, and also the Phil Spector-inspired song Don't Worry Baby by Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. This song is really ABBA's bow to the influential work of these artists, and it brings us to ABBA's recording session for their song, which reveals more secrets and rare oddities from their entire canon. Dance While the Music Still Goes On is the first song ABBA recorded for their second album Waterloo. The backing band for this song quite differs from ABBA's usual session players. We do have the familiar musicians Janne Schaffer on guitar and Ola Brankert on drums, but this song also features two players that never played on any other ABBA song: Per Sahlberg on bass and percussion, and American pianist John "Rabbit" Bundrick on keyboards and mellotron. This is only one of two ABBA songs that don't feature Benny Andersson on keyboards. The other one is I Am Just a Girl from ABBA's first album. Why was it that Benny didn't play keyboards here? It was an experiment. Guitarist Janne Schaffer was friends with John "Rabbit" Bundrick and invited him for the session. The thought process was that Bundrick might be able to make a unique contribution. Benny said, "Everyone thought it was fun except me. I wanted to play myself." Bundrick was certainly a good keyboard player, but when you're not playing yourself, you don't really have any control over what's going on. It's very hard to sit outside and listen to others playing without being able to put your hands on the keys. So I'd say the song is better than the recording. On the album sleeve, John Bundrick never received credits for his contribution. There is also a real groove to the song. Listen to this isolated excerpt of ABBA's backing track, especially to Janne Schaffer's e-guitar towards the end of the snippet. vocal performance by ABBA was praised by fans, especially their rare use of all four voices, the mix of male and female voices. Someone wrote, "Gets me every time." The vocal harmonies were described as simply gorgeous. The track is full of energy and one of the few songs in which you can hear all four members. It's a nice bit of emotion with an amazing, beautiful melody. It has a feeling of nostalgia and sadness, a melodic song with melodic vocal from Agneta and Björn. Someone wrote, "It always makes me sad, but it is beautiful." This addictive contrast also goes back to the lyrics. Björn's lyrics, someone wrote, carry an appealing innocence, but I think there is more to it. These lyrics are one of those perfect additions that complete the song's music to a perfect union. Was it just a dream, everything we did, everything we had? Here is all the sadness, regret, fear of losing your loved one, but packed with the optimism of memories to those good old times. Dance and believe me, when you're gone, you know I won't forget you. All we have to do is dance while the music still goes on. God knows that we've been trying. Björn uses themes of guilt that he would pick up in later ABBA songs, even from their late period, like When All Is Said and Done. We just couldn't help it, nobody's to blame. Neither you nor I'm to blame when all is said and done. But also during the song, Björn uses a very subtle change of words. First he sings "Baby, give me one more dance." Later they sing "Baby, give me one last dance." From one dance to the last dance, it's that sense of finality creeping in, but also that sense of longing for endlessness. They don't want it to end. They want this to go on forever. In combination with the song's musical secret, the melodic crescendos, that modulation we talked about, these lyrics give us this feeling of endlessness. It's really like they never want this dance to end. Dance and forget our time is gone. Let's make it a memory, a night of our own. 30 years later, Björn picked up the theme of those lyrics for a song by Benny Andersson's orchestra. If this is our last dance, so please hold me close, I can't help shaking, just give me one last chance, remember it's my heart you're breaking, if this is our last dance. So dance while the music still goes on, it's going to be our last goodbye. It's like a reply to ABBA's song. Even for ABBA's comeback album Voyage, in Björn's lyrics, emotions of a relationship are linked with the memories of a dance. You're just here for the music, that's all. Or could it be you miss the good old times when you danced with me? I miss the good old times when you danced with me. Dance While the Music Still Goes On is considered to be one of the strongest tracks from ABBA's second album Waterloo. People said that this song never got the recognition it deserved, and it would have been a good single A-side, a missed opportunity. Even Björn and Benny seemed to be of that opinion. They included the song on ABBA's famous 1975 Greatest Hits album. It was the only song on this compilation that was not a single A-side. The song was only ever released as a single B-side in some countries, even in 1976 for Fernando in France. And it was presumably chosen for Greatest Hits because Björn and Benny regarded it as one of the stronger tracks from Waterloo. Even today, Björn and Benny are still especially pleased with this song. In 1994, it was included on the box set Thank You for the Music. In the same year, a book was named ABBA The Music Still Goes On, The Complete Story, written by Paul Snaith and described as a complete and comprehensive account of Sweden's most famous export, ABBA. In 1996, the song title inspired the name for the ABBA compilation The Music Still Goes On. This CD seems to focus almost entirely on treasured deep cuts from ABBA and fan favorites, including this early song. But even beyond that, and beyond ABBA's own original recording, Dance While the Music Still Goes On took on a life of its own, inspiring artists associated with ABBA. In 1974, Swedish duo Svenne and Lotta recorded a cover of the song for a single release, backed with another ABBA cover, He Is Your Brother. The song went to number 2 in Denmark. They also recorded a Swedish version in 1975 for the B-side of their Swedish version of Bang a Boomerang, and this version reached number 2 in Sweden. In the same year, Sven and Lotta's English version of Dance While the Music Still Goes On was included on their album 2. This album was partly produced by Björn and Benny, but not this particular song. While ABBA's original recording ended the A-side from ABBA's Waterloo album, Sven and Lotta's version opened side B of their album. In 1975, Arthur Greenslade and his orchestra recorded an instrumental version. 1 year later, a German version was recorded by Milan, Paul and Ela. ABBA's original remains a celebrated classic amongst fans, for many one of ABBA's best deep cuts, not only from their early period but from ABBA's entire catalogue. This song is one of those many that prove how good ABBA is beyond their singles and well-known hits, a jewel, and I want you to discover this song for the first time or rediscover this musical treasure. So let me know in the comments below, did this deep dive do justice? How do you like the song? What is your experience and what are your memories and feelings with ABBA's Dance While the Music Still Goes On? Alright, until then, hey do!